This edition of Scuba Nation is brought to you by Best Western, the official hotel of Scuba Nation. Cressy dive gear since 1946. Sea Life underwater cameras. Shipyard Brewery is a proud sponsor of Scuba Nation. Born in Maine, brewed in Florida. If you want to talk about a great way to fish and dive at the same time, it's spearfishing. We'll get a take from some of the best spear fishermen on the planet, so you can decide what's your flavor. So when the sun's out, the guns are out, next time on Scuba Nation.
Who is Scuba Nation? Billy C., Boston born and raised.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
Bitch and Mitch, Southern boy. And every other diver on the planet. So join us as we travel the globe exploring Mother Ocean. Welcome to Scuba Nation. One nation underwater. Presented by Leisure Pro. Visit leisuropro.com for all your diving and snorkeling needs.
Hey, Scuba Nation. Spearfishing, free diving, it's the hottest trend and the fastest growing segment in the sport that we love.
Now, when it comes to spearfishing, there's two schools of thought, the free diver and the scuba diver. The two top guns for both of these camps are Eric Billups of Isla Mirada Dive Center and Cressy ambassador Francisco Lafretti. We'll explore both those worlds with those two experts.
This trend is only gaining momentum, the equipment is sexy, it's cutting edge, and the millennials are all about it.
So when the sun's out, the guns are out. This time on Scuba Nation. I think I need to wax and deodorant too.
On the journey.
The history of spearfishing literally dates back to Paleolithic times, but recently, as far as, maybe even the last 10 years, the sport has exploded within the industry, within the scuba industry, with freediving. The sport itself of spearfishing has exploded. I think people are realizing that it's a really ethical way to harvest fish, and it's fun.
I love spearfishing for many reasons, but the prime reason is because I love to eat fish. And there's no better way for me to get the fish, no better way for me and for the environment for me to catch the fish that I want than through spearfishing.
Look at the different ways to bring fish home for your family. There's the go to the grocery store and buy it way. But how was that harvested? That might have been harvested with purser nets that were ripping up the reef, and long lining that, is, God, the bycatch involved in long lining, who knows? It's a very, very unethical way. Or you go out fishing, which I love to fish, don't get me wrong. You don't know what you're pulling up, so there could be some casualties on fish that you didn't necessarily want to harvest. When you spearfish, you go down there, there's no bait involved. You see the fish that you want, you know it's big enough, get it, you put it on your stringer, you maybe get a couple more that are legal. It's a very, very sustainable way to harvest fish.
So are you a free diving spear fisherman, or do you do it on scuba? Now, free diving, I tend to think, lends a little more sport to the hunt, but what camp are you in?
There's advantages and disadvantages for both, in my mind. Take free diving, for instance. Disadvantage, you gotta hold your breath. It's hard, man. You gotta hold your breath and get down there and hold your breath once you're down there and stalk and everything, so it's challenging. Advantage of free diving, silent. You're a silent hunter. So you hold your breath, you go down there, there's no noises, and the fish are kind of calmer. On scuba, advantage, you don't have to hold your breath. You got a tank on, you're down there, you can stalk a little easier. Disadvantage, bubbles. You exhale and makes loud noises, and fish don't like that. So they hide, they boogie, so advantages and disadvantages for both. If I'm gonna go out and I just wanna get some hogs for the day or something, I don't wanna mess with my equipment, I'll go out to 20, 30 to 60 feet, jump down there on a free dive and get a couple. Feeling a little more adventurous, wanna get a big grouper or something like that and go to 130, 125, I'll throw a tank on. So I don't really have much of a debate between the two. I love both of them. Learn the right way. because there's a lot of wrong ways to do it. And the big thing is, you don't want to be shooting fish that you can't shoot. There's reasons why these regulations are in place, fish populations and everything else. And we teach spearfishing on scuba, and we teach it on breath hold too, or free diving. We do both. Once you're certified for free diving, then you can take a spearfishing class while free diving. And the same thing with scuba. You can get certified to scuba dive, and then once you're certified to scuba dive, you can take a class for spearfishing on scuba. Those juices start flowing, you're like, I have to do this. Like, I have got to do some spearfishing.
So Billy, see, I gotta tell you about the first time I ever went spearfishing. Got my gun down, saw this beautiful hogfish, and it was totally legal. Took aim, pulled the trigger. I thumped the hogfish, but he was still alive. He was looking at me like, "Dude, what's your problem?" Until I realized you gotta take a little orange thing off the end of the spearfish.
That would help. That would help.
It would.
Now, listen, we're scuba divers and I shoot underwater video. So the first time I picked up a gun and tried killing a fish, I didn't realize that it would like backfire. So I went, boom! My regulator comes out of my mouth. I chipped the tooth. I think I had a concussion, and I was at 90 feet of water. So I think I'm just gonna stick to shooting video instead of shooting fish.
Let's leave it to the expert.
Yeah, let's leave it to the expert.
I see more of the younger generation, those millennials, gravitating towards free diving. Kids that can't practice the free diving on a regular basis might tend to gravitate towards scuba. You know, they're up in Nebraska, they come to Florida once a year, they want to go down and shoot a couple things for dinner. They haven't free dove in a year. You know, it's probably gonna be a little easier to throw a tank on and go get a couple hogfish than it is to do a breath hold. So, because we're a dive center, we're a scuba dive shop, and we wrote the class for Patty, Underwater Hunter, we have more scuba diving spearfishing classes and more scuba diving spearfishing charters. We do get requests for free diving charters, but you know, being a scuba diving shop, I would say the majority is on scuba.
It's your chill time. Let's go.
Shipyard Export is the beer that built Shipyard Brewing Company. Thank you, Export, for bringing families and friends together for over 22 years. For all the good times, special memories, and moments still to come. We toast the beer that's always been there and always will be.
Thanks, Export!
Shipyard Export, the beer that built Shipyard Brewing Company.
At Leisure Pro, you can shop with peace of mind, with the best return policy in the industry. Did you use your product but still want to return it? No problem. You'll receive full store credit for that new equipment you have your eye on. You can return any item for a full refund within 60 days, so go ahead and shop with ease of mind. Leisure Pro and worry-free returns.
Today's Best Western has a new perspective. It's exciting, contemporary, and inviting. Both worldly and local. Stylish and smart and more rewarding. Wherever life takes you, Best Western is there. Book now at bestwestern.com.
It's your chill time. Let's go.
This edition of Scuba Nation is brought to you by the Florida Keys and Key West. Come as you are. Mel Fisher Treasures. Today's the day. Greater Fort Lauderdale. Hello, Sunny. Thanks for staying with us. We're checking out some of the great times you can have while spearfishing.
Hey, what's better than bringing home dinner while spearfishing? Capturing that moment on video to share with all your buddies. You got bragging rights for the day.
GoPro kind of jumped on the spearfishing, phenomenon and makes an actual spearfishing gun mount. So you can have your GoPro mounted right on your gun. You kind of see your gun. It's really kind of cool. Or you've got a good cameraman that can keep up. He's got the long fins too, right? And he keeps up with you, and hopefully, that trophy comes in and you got that perfect angle, you get the kill shot. It's kind of it's a cool factor. There's a cool factor involved when you talk about spearfishing. People are proud to say, I'm a spearfisherman. How'd you get that hogfish? I speared it. And Facebook and Instagram and everything, everybody wants to put pictures on the social media, so I think that has a lot to do with it too. And it's challenging, who got the biggest grouper that weekend or whatever,
Now, the video aspect of spearfishing is really come of age. I mean, some of the shots that you see with these POV cameras are really unreal. But there's going to be some other essential gear you're going to need for spearfishing that are as equally as cool. I mean, can somebody say camo? I mean, I think this is my color, right? It bounces off my blue eyes.
Well, if you kind of start from our head and go down, we'll start with the mask. A black skirted mask is what spearfishermen tend to lean towards, and it works like your ball cap here. When you're down there and you're stalking with your freediving or scuba, and that light's shining in, that black skirt kind of deflects the light and makes it easier to stalk.
You can also see all the latest and greatest equipment at the Blue Wild Ocean Adventure Expo in Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
We're about to launch our new mask, the Calibro mask, another incredibly low volume product that we have, so it's great for freedivers and scuba divers. What's innovative about the Calibro mask is it's got this nose skirt here, which actually it's a patented design, and it's guaranteed to reduce fogging of the lenses of the mask. What makes it special is the mask also has an angled lens with an inverted teardrop shape because it brings the lens really close to the eye, reducing the internal volume of the mask itself.
Even like a mirrored lens, you've seen those different types of mirrored lens. Believe it or not, fish can tell if you're staring at them. So if they can't see your eyes, a little bit of an advantage. You get into your gloves. Gloves are important. There's sharp things on the fish. There's sharp things on your gun. There's sharp things everywhere. You see a lobster, they're full of sharp stuff. So wear a pair of gloves. That's very, very important. Moving further down, you get into your fins. Spearfishing, freediving fins are some big ones. And the reason why is, again, these fish don't really like to get shot for some reason. I don't know why. But so having these larger fins, a little bit more propulsion, where you're starting to stalk and all of a sudden you get a little bit boom, 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 you get on them a little quicker. Again, more advantageous. Then you got your specialty equipment, and this is the fun part, the guns. All right, and there's all different types of sizes and materials. I mean, a whole show on guns. I mean, it gets crazy.
The new Cressy gun, the Cherokee Ocean, the Cherokee line, they have the open in the ocean, which is this gun I'm holding now. We made a barrel from scratch using a new technology, which is injected aluminum. So we made a mold, and we actually made a barrel the way a barrel should be. And it has also magnetic muzzle. These are both inventions of Mr. Cressy that are excellent, fantastic. The result is really groundbreaking for spearfishing, because roughly we have big, potent guns, and we have lighter, agile, precise guns. And this is the first one to have both. This gun is super agile in the water, super light. I carry it like I'm holding a feather. But once it shoots, it's very powerful. It has a lot of impact. Nobody would believe that that fish was taken with the gun I use. This gun is a revolution.
Most guns are going to be made of a wood type material. There are carbon fiber guns, there's aluminum guns, but most of the guns in the industry are going to be made out of teak, which is really a good gun for the water. And then you got different sizes. All right, so you've got a smaller gun, not as much range, and you got the larger guns, lots of range. You just have to go in and kind of sniff around and feel and get used to what's more comfortable for you and what people suggest. Most of the spearfishermen in today use what's called a banded gun. The power from the spear shaft comes from these bands that are made out of surgical tubing. and they're wrapped around, and you actually have to stretch them. So you're cocking, you stretch these band down and click them into the base of the spear shaft. So it's like a slingshot ready to rock. All right, and the more bands there are, the more power or the more range you're gonna have, but the harder it is to cock all that. The longer the gun, the longer you're stretching those bands down, the harder it is. So again, learning from a reputable instructor is gonna teach you some technique of how to do that.
Coming up next, we do a little bit of hunting and a little bit of cooking. Stay with us. Join Billy and me for Florida's biggest lobster mini-season party, Bugfest, July 25th through the 29th in Lauderdale by the Sea, Florida. Sponsored by Reef Safe Sun Care. Be a part of the Great Florida Bug Hunt. 20 grand in prizes, including a Neil Watson Bimini Dive Center dive trip. Dive Heart benefit concert on July 29th. Enjoy awesome Reef Donkey beer. $95 per night hotel rates. Great beaches, pubs, shopping. Bring the whole family. We'll see you at Bugfest.
Sing it, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright.
There's a paradise created for two people in love, where everything's included, so you don't have to worry about a thing. No worry, no problem.
Sing it, don't worry, 'cause every little thing is gonna.
Call 1-800-SANDALS and save up to 65%.
The Florida Keys are home to a protected 2,800 square mile national marine sanctuary, an abundance of wrecks, and over 6,000 different species. But whether you're a diver or a snorkeler, there's always room for one more.
Billy C, I cannot believe this Reef Safe mask department. I mean, my mask never popped up once.
Mitch, Reef Safe is known for more than just sun care products, my man. Wow, that's what I'm talking about.
Reef Safe, keeping our beaches beautiful.
Shh, I thought they were mermaids.
Struck out again.
Sun responsibly. Protect your skin from the sun's burning rays and help protect our ocean and its inhabitants. Scientifically proven non-toxic to corals and sea life. Shop Leisure Pro for all your diving and snorkeling needs. We make it easy to shop for the products you want with our product categories and navigation. Shop our weekly specials on our easy-to-use product pages. Chat with our experts and read product reviews to make sure the product you want is the product you're looking for. Our outstanding customer service is only a click away. So shop LeisurePro.com with the best price match guarantee and get the products you want fast. Like you needed another reason to head to Key West. Well, Melfisher Days is an event that is not to be missed. A 3-day anniversary celebration of when Mel Fisher found the Motherlode back in 1985. Packed full of events like the Schooner Wharf Bar Dock Party, VIP tours of the Conservation Laboratory, and a lot more. And oh yeah, how about a chance to enter and win an authentic Atocha coin? Be a part of Mel Fisher Days 2017 in Key West, Florida. Today is the day. This edition of Scuba Nation is brought to you by Ocean Reef, underwater, naturally. Uzi Amphibious Gear, Reef Safe, scientifically proven non-toxic to corals and sea life. Welcome back, Scuba Nation. When the sun's out, the guns are out. Let's go spearfishing.
Hey, there's two ways to spearfish. You can do it free diving, you can do it on scuba. There's some friendly competition between those guys. I got the chance to dive with Francisco Lafredi from Brazil. He's a world-class spearfisherman, and he's gonna teach us the Zen approach about the hunt.
We were born underwater holding our breath. So free diving is just not a normal activity. It's really, I would say, a dive into the essence of life, because we start our life free diving. So it's something magical. We're getting in touch to a lot of recessive instincts that we have when we free dive. We are aquatic mammals. Free diving is all about being comfortable and relaxed in the water. So it's just a matter of learning the techniques and building confidence. I would say the techniques and physical fitness are maybe 10% The other 90% is just about being relaxed. To go from a 1-minute breath hold to a 4-minute breath hold does not take much. It's much easier than it seems. It's yoga plus water. When you're in the water free diving, you have a limited amount of oxygen, which is your fuel. So you have to use it in the most efficient way. You gotta be in this incredible situation, having the fish of your life in front of you and not have that excite you. Because if that excites you, it will ruin your free diving.
Like I said, I'm no spear fisherman. I'm no fisherman, period, whether on the boat or underneath it. But I've always wondered about these spear fishermen and as to what happens when you bag like a really big fish.
On scuba, if you're shooting with a lanyard, meaning the shaft is connected to the gun, and you shoot a big fish like that, hang on. You are gonna go for a ride. It's fun. Make sure you got enough air before you pull the trigger though. Check your gauge. Please check your gauge. Shoot that big thing, because it's a riot. And hold on, because it's gonna drag you. It's gonna drag you all over the place, because it's way stronger than you are underwater. He'll start tiring out and you get to the fish. I get both arms and legs around him. I get him strung up on my stringer, take the spear shaft out of him. Usually you get a big fish like that, your dive's over.
First I saw a Nassau grouper, a good sized Nassau grouper, which is protected fish. So I just hanged out and kind of played with the grouper, and that eventually, it's a trick, lured in other groupers. So when the two reds came in, the first one I got it almost a headshot, a little bit behind, not the ideal, kind of ruins the fillet. The second one I got it, I saw it swimming into a hole, into the coral head. There was a shark also interested. A nurse shark apparently likes red grouper too. I had to poke away the shark before I could find the grouper and shoot it. Then I got a nice headshot, didn't even move.
With the hunt over, it's time to get these fish on a plate and in our bellies.
Can't make an omelet without breaking an egg.
One of the best things about catching your own fish, there's so many restaurants, especially in the Florida Keys. And Lazy Days restaurant hooked us up.
That's what Lazy Days is all about, man. Bring your catch.
He knows what he's doing. It's good with the knife.
Yeah, you should see him with tequila shots. Dude, that's a nice fish. Oh yeah, baby.
You know, you take your catch over there, they're gonna fry it up, they're gonna grill it up, they're gonna create all these sauces, and you know, they're just gonna hook you up.
Oh, that smells good.
I mean, is there anything on this menu that's not swimming in delicious? Yep, you got that right. That's a crab cake on a beautifully fried fish fillet. Sorry to rub it in, folks. You have to try this.
They prepared our red grouper in 3 different ways, including,
wait for it,
the Lazy Day style.
That is a work of art.
They'll bring it out to you, and you're eating a fish that you just harvested a few hours ago in the ocean, and now it's on your plate. It was an epic day with good friends, a day I'll take to my grave.
Whether you're a free diver or scuba diver, spearfishing is a liberating way to bring home fish to the family in a sustainable way. This sport is for everyone, so have fun. And when the sun's out, the gun's out. For Billy C, I'm Mitch. One Nation Underwater. Thanks for watching.
What's the word? Womb.
Yep,
So, okay, yeah.
Which is great.
What would that be?
Sorry, I thought it was off.
Why are you still getting updates from fantasy football? Is that what it is?
It was ESPN.
I know that ring.
Yeah, me too.
Yo, Billy C here, Scuba Nation. We're at Blue Wild 2017 here in Greater Fort Lauderdale. This is everything about spearfishing, blue water activities. You can find it all here at Blue Wild. Let's go check out the show.
I'm Chiefy. So underwater hunting, that's what I do. See the fish, shoot the fish, I can eat the fish, and that's really what it's all about. I love spearfishing for many reasons, but the prime reason is because I love to eat fish. There's no better way for me and for the environment for me to catch the fish that I want than through spearfishing. We are aquatic mammals.
You can dive it all in the greater Fort Lauderdale area.
Have you ever thought about being a treasure hunter? The search for treasure continues. Join the Mel Fisher crew as they search for the remaining treasure of the Atocha shipwreck with an estimated worth of $300 million. And now the Mel Fisher team is going for more gold. The Lost Merchant is the latest wreck with cargo that could be even more valuable than the Atochas. Visit melfisher.com to find out how to claim your piece of the treasure. Today's the day. With over 20 Shipyard and Sea Dog beers, it's easy to find the right brew for any taste. Now it's even easier to find Shipyard in the restaurants, pubs, and retailers nearest you. Just go to shipyard.com and click on the Beer Finder link. Enter your zip code and see where you can enjoy or purchase Shipyard beer. Shipyard and Sea Dog beers, born in Maine and brewed in Florida.